Alright, this is the fried liver. E45. You play the Italian game. Here, knight f6. This is the two knights defense, and a lot of people think that this is the fried liver. But no, this is the knight attack. Like, for one, black cannot play h6 because you just win a bunch of material. So kicking away the knight doesn't work. Black's best try is to play d5 to block out the bishop. Here what you do is take. And black's best move is knight to a5. But a lot of people can play the extremely natural looking knight takes e5. I think it's a good move, but here you play the incredible sacrifice knight takes e7. Then it takes f7. After king takes. Do not forget this move. You must follow up with queen to f3 check. If the king goes back to e8, you just take that. You're up a pawn, you have a big attack, their king can't castle, you're already destroying them. If they play king g8, it's even worse, because after this, like, their king is trapped. Like, they have to sack the queen, or play this bishop move. Or sack the queen and then play this bishop move, and it's still mate. So instead of that, like, king d7 is probably even worse than king to e8. But like, it's probably even worse than their king e8 line. Engine doesn't think so, but I prefer to play black in the king to e8 position than king to e7. His takes. Queen f7 is a dangerous threat again, but in this scenario, black's bishop can't get out. So things get pretty bad. Here, I'll play this, but like you have so many attacking ideas here. I would say you use castle. Don't play any crazy moves you can't take back. Like, maybe black plays here. Just take, and rook e1. Black's gonna fight pretty hard to not get checkmated under your attack. So that's all like their weak tries. So let's look at their more better try, which is king to e6, marching the king out of the center to defend the knight, which is already extremely brave. Here what you play, knight c3. If you play knight e7, just castle. And as they try and develop, e4 is just murderous. If they take, look at that. Open lines, check. King must move over. Like, for one, like this game's just over. Like, so they cannot play bishop d7. So, but the real question is, I'm just going to switch over to black. What do? What do you play? Like, your knight's pinned, your bishop can't get out, you can't move your bishop to d7. Like, their best move, like, the black's best move is c6. The black's best try would be c6 to defend the knight. Here, e4, try and open the lines. If they take, then look at that. It jumps from point 1, small advantage to white, to +4. Looks like check. King e7. Something like take, maybe. Check again. King cannot go there, obviously. So it goes here instead. Bring in the bishop. Okay. Good. Yeah, after king here, your best move is to capture the bishop. Here, like, if they take your bishop, you get a mass trade. Then they're forced to block this, and yeah, sure you're down a piece, but look at black's position. It's absolutely horrible. They're trying moving their king over. You have mate in 3. I believe after this check, bishop cannot take because it's pinned. If the king goes here, check, and that's mate. If the king goes here, that's mate. So that's an immediate. That's an immediate problem if they try moving their king. Like b7, like one they have to defend their bishop. And apparently you still have mate after this. Like, probably after this, probably after a check here or something. Probably mate. I don't know what the mate is. Is it taking here? What's the mate? Oh, yeah, it's just rook there. Like for one thing, you're gonna win the piece back. Then you're not even then. You're actually gonna be up a pawn. Oh, that d4 is under some pressure. Like your and black's position's in shambles. Their king's in the center, and you're about to just obliterate their king. So that's why their better move is, instead of recapturing, is to take the knight. And here, like, you must play this check first. Like, if the king goes here, then you have another check. King's forced out. Here you take back. If you take your bishop, you have a check. King moves over. You have another check. King moves up again. You take the bishop. And here, material is basically even, but like you might, like, even though you have double pawns, it opens up your rook, and their king is on a5. Their king is on a5. You have a bunch of aggressive ideas, and like black's likely just gonna get crushed by your attack. So now, let's look at some other lines they have. Yeah, like after knight f6, knight g5. Here they have a pretty bad line, the Traxler. If you take, bishop takes f2, and there's a lot of aggressive ideas. Like king to e1 is over. Like this game's over. So like the Traxler has a lot of aggressive ideas. So what I'm just gonna say, after bishop takes f2, move your king over to f1, and this is going to get very tricky for black. Or if you don't want to do that, because the Traxler still has a lot of poison, even if you play king to f1. So if you don't want to do that, just take with the bishop. And here black moves the king to f7, and get your bishop out of there. Because if you don't, and just castle instead, h6. And if your knight leaves, that's a free bishop. So just make sure you bring your bishop back immediately. And you're now up a pawn, and black cannot castle. And you can castle to try and open lines in the center. And here, I'm just gonna black play random moves, like show like a setup. I would move my king to h1, f4. Trying to open up the lines on black's king. And another thing, like if like after you castle, and like, if I try h6, try and kick away your knight. After knight takes, just castle. This, you do not care about this. Like, let's say d6, just open the lines. If this, pin the pawn. If they reinforce it, then just move your knight here or something. Sure, they can give one check, just slide your king over. And king here, things can get pretty bad for black. I don't understand why the engine gives us such a huge advantage. I think it might be because of this. As pawn's pinned. Yeah. So I play this. Another thing. Another way more aggressive try. Like after d5, takes. No, they don't take. They play b5. The idea is, if you take, they're gonna get their queen out, and you have to play bishop f1, and so they can't take the pawn. Like bishop e2 is playable. Like I just don't like this though. This doesn't really look very good to me. It's like how does white? Why is it saying white's winning? Like, oh, that okay. I just don't really like it though. Bishop e2. Like there's some like tricky knight d4 as well, and this can get pretty bad. Like knight a5 here, just give the check. c6 takes. Don't play bishop a4. Do not play that. No, I don't want to go to the explorer. It said just play bishop e2. And like black, like you are up a pawn. Black is gonna get compensation for that lost pawn, but you're up a pawn. Italian game, knight attack, Palerio. I might be completely butchering the pronunciation. Bishop check line, c6, d takes c6, b takes c6, bishop e2. Yeah, like bishop a4. This is pretty bad. Like, I'm pretty sure bishop a4 actually falls for a trap. After h6, knight f3. This queen e2, queen e7. Like white tries to keep knight in the center. Okay, like this. Yeah, bishop a4 falls for a trap. And like your knight's gone. It's just gone. So it's a guide to the fried liver. Like it's only the fried liver when the knight gets to f7. When the knight gets to f7, it's the fried liver. Like this is a game for attack. This is a gambit for attacking players. And if you're aggressive and like to play the Italian, I recommend you give this a try.